Well, hello there, everyone. You can talk about right here is like, for the adult rule for, for you must be 18 years of age or older just to be able to apply for something or to work something it is. And you see right here is I would have put together right here is like a painting right here of, something what I would look like and, at the age of, 15, 16. And you see right here, this right here would be an example right here, of me, of course. And you're like Warren to where that, a lot of times when we are applying for something or working something, a lot of times that we usually see this question right here to where, are you at least 18 years of age or older? And just to proceed. And we wondered to where that, a lot of the times that question seems to be one of the first that's asked to where that, if it's going to be maybe food stamps or if it's going to be applying for health insurance or getting a job, looking into real estate, that type of stuff. So we're like worrying to where why is it that that's really the bottom rule, and that, which I don't know a whole lot about how all that works, if it's going to be from state to state, like from Missouri to Kansas, or if it's going to be Illinois or Florida or any other states. But I like to say that my best guess is though is like that people don't want to be responsible and about anything goes wrong is and then also knowing about for like adult age to where whenever you're an adult be considered an adult to where that that I guess that's just a whole part about being grown up. It is to where that that just thinking about is to where that whenever we're young that we may think that that I don't even know what all the rules nowadays as to where that if you grow about maybe 3 or 4 inches taller or something like that, and then you can you're able to get on the ride. And I know some rides, especially at the fairs at the fun parks, to where that they got the rules about that. But I don't know. Some that may say that's different, compared to the age. But I'm like, let's just say if this was like an ID right here, and that if we were to be looking to maybe in the real estate or maybe applying for a job, that they usually say is like that any jobs that you do get that let's just say if I were to be starting a job working somewhere, and then they after about maybe 2 years, and then they say that you have to be 18 or older to get promoted to this next job or something like that. So we're like warned to where that other than going on for about 2 minutes about examples about what we were thinking about. But I'm thinking though, if anybody were to warn to where why is it that I think that you have to be 18 years of age or older, and why is it that they ask this question a lot of times. And I'm thinking that more likely is to where that that's pretty much at the age to where that anybody will be considered an adult around that time. And I don't think it necessarily means to where that oh yeah you can go ahead and get a credit card, get yourself in trouble with the credit card, get yourself in trouble with real estate, buy a car, get yourself in trouble with maybe you run into bad credit or anything like that. So in a lot of ways, the way I think about it, though is like really that there are some people that I know that more likely that maybe that don't know why that's the rule, and it maybe cannot explain necessarily to why that's rule. But maybe I can think of a reason is that you have right here these pictures that I'm sure that most of us have seen already. You have right here is me right here when I was about 12 months old, and then you have right here's original hair look and all that stuff. But you're like whenever you were younger that that they you heard about a lot of this stuff, and which I know whenever I was younger that a lot of times they didn't really do a whole lot of asking questions and background checks, such as to where that if you're trying to order something, or if it's a even over the phone, that sometimes it's like, well, if you don't have a certain payment method ready or something like that, and then they may start getting concerned about that too. So which I know that nowadays that they have it to where that yep, they for like to speak to an adult to where any teenagers, which I know that I think nowadays to where teenagers that more likely that could speak for if they're trying to apply for for a driver's license or for a car or for health, any type of insurance. But then on your hand too, that they may say, we had to speak to an adult, somebody 18 years of age or older, just to complete the rest of the application or something like that. So let's just say this was an example right here of an application, and you're like Warren to where, yeah, a lot of times it's like really that I don't know about each and every time to where that they say that, well, somebody at least maybe 5'8" or 5'11" or maybe 6 foot has to, we had to talk to that person and, just to be able to complete the rest of the application. But I'm thinking though that a lot of times it's like really maybe that they just nobody wants to feel responsible for anything such as if it's going to be sales or if it's approved in an application. So I know nowadays a lot of the forums, especially online forums, to where they say that, yeah, that maybe age that don't matter, but then on the other hand, that they say, yeah, well, to say whenever you are 17 and a half, maybe 16 and a half, you're like Warren, to where a lot of things that maybe you just can't do right now just because, you're not old enough or that, you don't have, you just moved to a new state and then you have an ID, but then if you're going to be under the age of 16, that there's going to be a job maybe you can still get until you become 18. So we're like Warren that that this rule basically applies to a lot of things, and that we're like Warren to why is it? But I'm like really that we're not really just talking about cash off hand or any type of payments to where that that you saved up about $50 or maybe $100, and now you're thinking that you can go out and buy yourself something nice, or which I know nowadays that like I can maybe think of a few things that you had to be at least 18 years of age or older to buy them, and one of those could be automobile products, and which I know that like whiteout, or if it's going to be any type of WD-40 or oil products, which I know they may say that you have to be at least 18 years of age just to get them, and you're like wanting to say, what? Well, why do you have to be like, well, according to the policy, is to where anything that's flammable, and you would not think that if you were buying anything that's related to cooking or anything like that, you would think that anything like cooking spray, which I don't know if you had to be 18 years of age or older just to buy cooking spray, if it's for cooking classes or anything like that, but then they may say that you had to be at least 16 and a half or or at least 18 years of age just to buy it. And I know that some places they say that you have to be 21 or at least 25 years of age. So we're like Warren to where that a lot of times that you had to maybe be considered an adult, just to do a number of things. And that may not be the bottom line either. It could be maybe credit score or anything like that. But we're like Warren to where that from about for the past 10 years or so is like I can remember that whenever I was a teenager and a lot of things that they say you have to be 18 or older, just to be able to apply for this. And I remember I asked why, and they said they don't know why. But I'm thinking though that I guess the best answer would more likely be is to where that that they don't want to be responsible for anything that that just proceed with the application. That this basically means that that you're an adult. You're no kids. We don't do this for any minors. Anything like that. That's basically the rule. And I'm thinking that they by say is to where that anybody who's mature enough to just to be able to handle this or handle that, and thinking that we don't need no kids coming up here, and it's like just because that they had the money that they can go out and buy something, and just to apply for something or something like that. So that seems to be kind of aggravating. I'm sure for anybody that just to maybe pick up an application, which I know that sometimes to where if you're just going up there, maybe just get an application, maybe for somebody that that they're like, well, you had to be 18 or older just to be able to receive the application. And you're like, Warren Tor, why? Well, there has to be an adult here. It's happened so many times to where that, adults that may notify them about any problems or anything like that. So that's basically the rule to where that, any adults, then, you had to be an adult. That's the rule to where you had to be 18 years of age or older just to be able to proceed, just to work this. But, so I'm thinking that that's basically how it works. But on your hand, that dog bar right here is like for 18 years of age or older. Have right here is an example right here, painting right here, me like an ID, like for a driver's license. But it's like you be safe, everyone. It's like for anything that you do. It's like whenever we turn a year, 1 year age, at the age is just how it's managed. It's like for knowing about the responsibilities about being an adult, being grown up. Like thanks for watching. Have a great day, and man, me 25.